Just a year ago, the 6'3" highly talented scorer was arguably the most entertaining high school basketball player in the entire country. From his ability to put up 30 on any given night, all the way into his playmaking type capabilities. But still, many questioned his playstyle and thought that it wouldn't translate into the next level. But truthfully, he's turned into an absolute sensation. So much so that NBA analysts have recently noted that this specific talent's dynamic offensive bag can possibly make him a future NBA All-Star. This is the Rob Dillingham story. Rob Dillingham was born on January 4th, 2005 in Hickory, North Carolina. Now, someone who really inspired him as a kid so happened to be his older brother, Denzel, as he played his college basketball at Lenoir-Rhyne University before transferring to Payne College, where in 2013, his productive play allowed him to be awarded Player of the Year in the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Now, as a kid, it became really evident that Rob really wanted to take after his brother. And because of that, Denzel would often tell him, stating, if you want to be the best, you got to put in the work. Now, in spite of growing up in a small city that didn't even make up 1% of the entire state of North Carolina, Rob was determined to somehow make his presence known on the court, as he had high aspirations to make it into the pros. And by the time he hit middle school, when the ball was in his hands, he practically always made a play. And it just seemed as though that every single thing came easy to him on the court, no matter what type of comp he played up against. Now, he would also go on to catch the attention of someone pretty special.
He's fearless, man. I've known the kid since he was in 7th to 8th grade. He played in my John Wall Holiday Invitational Tournament. He was playing with Combine. Jeff McGinnis was coaching the team. I was like, damn, who the hell is this young kid killing like that? Like, he was just small doing the things he's doing now.
Now, as a freshman, he stood at 5'10", and this is where his game made even more strides. He would attend the Combine Academy in Lincolnton, North Carolina. His scoring was simply sensational, even at a young age, so much so that he would be given the nickname Baby Iverson. He had a pretty quick release on his jump shot that he always seemed to be able to get off, but also was pretty hard to stay in front of in the open court. But all of that would only be small portions of what he really had coming in the future. Dillingham was also a tremendous help in his crew taking down no other than Oak Hill Academy, as he went 4 for 7 from the field and 3 for 5 from 3. Now, as a sophomore, while standing at 6 foot tall, he was a little bit more springy, which allowed him to develop sneaky type athleticism. Dillingham was able to put up 21 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds to go along with 2 steals a game. That season, he would lead his team to a 29-3 overall record, and he was no doubt the focal point of the offense. He would end that year experiencing winning a non-association state title, but also was able to take home the Charlotte's Observer Player of the Year award. In the summer of 2021, he participated in the FIBA Under-16 national team and put up 16 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals, which allowed him to get MVP honors. In the gold medal game against Argentina, Rob simply went off, as he managed to put up 31 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. It was really now seeming like every game he just kept expanding his arsenal. That summer, he would play AAU in the EYBL summer circuit for Team CP3, which also featured players like Gigi Jackson and Aiden Holloway. Rob would continue to turn heads as he operated at the guard position so smoothly and scored amongst the best competition in the nation so comfortably. And because of that, he ended the 2021 summer being a top 20 recruit in the class of 2023. Now, later that year, the 5-star recruit chose to make the decision to commit to play his college basketball at North Carolina State. But going into his junior season, he made the decision to transfer to the Donda Academy, which at the time was a brand new uncredited Christian private school, which was located in Semi Valley, California, a school that was put together by Kanye West. Now, this would be a decision Rob chose to not tell his father, which really caused a lot of controversy. According to Robert's father, at the time he had not heard from his son in 21 days, and even accused Kanye West of kidnapping his son and recruiting him without his permission, who was 16 at the time. But in spite of that situation, on the court, it really had no effect on his play, because while standing at 6'1" and 170 pounds, Dillingham was clearly the most poised player on his crew. He was putting up close to 30 points a contest while playing a national schedule. And by the end of that year, ESPN would rank him as the 6th best player in the country. At that point in time, Dillingham was ranked the #1 shooting guard in his class and decided to decommit from North Carolina State. Now, since Donda Academy would go on to close down following the season, many were wondering where he would spend his final year of high school. Dillingham made the ultimate decision to spend his final year at Overtime Elite in Atlanta, Georgia. There he would average 15 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals per contest. At this point in time, he had offers from schools like USC, Auburn, Kentucky, as well as Louisville, but decided to sign a letter of intent to play college basketball at the University of Kentucky, being part of an extremely talented freshman class of Reed Shepard, DJ Wagner, Justin Edwards, Aaron Bradshaw, and Savannah Visic. And it's safe to say that Rob simply overexceeded expectations. Many had thought that it wouldn't be the best fit for him, as the narrative around Rob was that he dribbled too much at the high school level, but truthfully, it's been the perfect fit. On February 4th, 2024, Rob was simply unguardable, as he went off for 35 points and 4 assists against Tennessee. And currently, while coming off the bench, he's averaging 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists, while shooting 48% from the field and 43% from 3. At the start of the season, some analysts had Rob Dillingham going undrafted, but throughout the season, he's truly played himself into the top of nearly every draft board. Rob Dillingham had a goal in mind at a very young age and was determined to carve his way up into the highest level of basketball. And throughout all the outside noise that could have possibly devoured his confidence up until this point, he's really managed to lock in and buy into a role on a championship caliber team, which has now allowed him to be one of, if not the best player in all of college basketball.
I'm happy for my brothers, like, honestly, so I don't really care when I get in. I just know when I get in, I'm gonna make the best of my time and try my hardest to do what I can do. We gotta understand that none of us are by ourselves, and if one person have a bad game, we know what you can do. Like, you can't dwell on one game, because next game we got more games, so you get more opportunities, and you just gotta trust God, and it's gonna be way easier.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rob Dillingham story.